Hi guys, I'm Alvaro Calneta, I'm the creator of the Lyosacks, and I'm here doing a video where I'm gonna explain more or less how the whole show was created. So here we go. It all began in 2010 when I was making the movie of the century that some of you may know. It's the show I made before the Lyosacks. It was about many characters from different universes like Strong Bad, Star Wars, Mario Bros, and many living together in the same universe, having adventures and many crazy things. And this is how I looked when I made it. And yeah, it was a long time ago if I think about it. But yeah, the main problem with this show was I wasn't the owner of the characters. So I had problems with copyright, with YouTube that told me, yeah, this music isn't yours, the characters aren't yours, so also it was impossible to monetize it. And something about identity, because I like making my own characters and my own stories. So I wasn't so comfortable making this. So at a point I said, yeah, I have to start something new. And it was really difficult because I had a huge community of people that liked this. But I had to do it anyways. And yeah, if you're from the birth of the century, I'm sorry if I couldn't keep making the show. So yeah, now let's go to the Lyosacks. So it was July 2010. I stopped making the movie of the century and started making the sketches for this new show I was gonna make. I wasn't sure what it was gonna be about, but I made this really basic concept of some character, and it was very basic, but I stick with it because I wasn't gonna focus on the animation as much as I was gonna focus on the story and the characters. And that's where Burny and James comes in. They're the voice actors. I told them if they weren't interested in voicing these characters, and they said yes, of course. I think it's been like 5 years since I told them to be part of the show, and they're still with me. They're still helping me with the show, giving me ideas, doing the voices, giving personality to Ray and Vince, and I can be more grateful for that. I mean, they don't do it for anything like money or anything. They do it because they have fun doing this, and they just keep doing it and helping me, and also the other voice actors the same. I'm like an independent animator that can't give my voice actors that much in return. I think they give to me more than I can give to them, but still it's great to have them, and yeah, if you guys are watching this video, I just want to tell you I'm really thankful for all this help and for giving life to all these characters and this universe that is the Lyosacks. So after approaching Burny and James about this project and they agreed, we started making the characters. That was the first thing, and yeah, we gave personalities to each character depending on who voiced them. For example, Ray has a lot of traits from Burny, like his addiction to Fruity Cola and more or less his personality. And then we have James that gave personality to Vince, and he's all like making jokes and talking about TV shows, and that's James basically. And I needed one more voice actor and I couldn't find any, so I did the voice, and I sucked. My voice was terrible, I know.
Well, who are you?
I was always trying to catch up with the other voice actors, but I mean, my English wasn't perfect and I was a little bit shy back then, so I was like grabbing the microphone all shy, like, oh man, this is going to be terrible, and it was. And I think I'm better now, a little bit. But the others were always great. Burny and James were always great. Amy, everybody was great. They had better English than me, but yeah. So we created the characters and we started making the show. But before I even did the first animation, I started planning the backstory, and I'll talk about it now. Okay, so many of you think the show is about these three friends that want to be a band, but that's not actually what it's about. It's mainly about how these characters grow up during time, since they meet to the present, and that was always the main focus. I mean, seeing how they grow up and you growing up together with them. This comes with all the backstory that I created back in 2010 that I'm still like revealing today. Many of the pieces of the great puzzle that is the backstory, like for example why Jekyll is so smart, that revealed in the return episodes, why certain characters are the way they are, like for example Alec, that you kind of see why he's like he's in Mafia Wars, Vince in the closure episode, and Ray in the Battle of the Bands. And yeah, you have all these pieces of backstory that complement the story that is happening like in the present, let's say. And yeah, that was the way I wanted to make the show, because that's really fun making. I mean, I have all these things hidden from you that I already know, and I like rebuild them little by little. And at a point, well, the show is gonna end very soon. I still have one more episode left to do after I begin making the movie. I'm making like a 40-minute long movie or something like that, and I'm gonna release later. And after that, maybe I'll do a couple of episodes, but basically the show's about to finish. But before that happens, I'm gonna keep making while I make the movie, because after that I won't be able to make more episodes. I'm going to make for you a couple of mini shows like the Alec Plays game show that many of you like, and some episodes, some small videos with the voice actor of Ray and the voice actor of Vince. So you keep entertained, and I can keep giving you more content, because after this one episode I have to do, directly comes the movie, so I can do more episodes about the present, let's say. So I have to keep making like stuff in the past. But it'll complement what's happening in the future, so it's not forced at all. So I think this will be really nice, having the game show, and also a small show with Vince's voice actor and Ray's voice actor. And it'll be explained later on, but yeah, so... Okay, back to the backstory. I remember characters like Ozzy were planned since the beginning, but some of the things changed along the way. For example, Ozzy was supposed to be Ray's girlfriend in the future, but I changed that, and the voice actor didn't like it, because he actually created Ozzy. He told me more or less, let's make a character that this and this and this. But I told him, you know what, let's make Ozzy a Ray's ex-girlfriend. And I was like, really, you sure? Yeah, let's try that. And I started building the story upon that. So I think it works the way I'm doing it now, I hope. And I did the same thing with Janice, after I started developing the whole Martini story. And you have the first episode where Amy shows up that she's talking with Janice through the phone. And it's funny because the first word she says, that is Janice, is actually going to be the girlfriend of Alec, who she liked at the beginning of the show. And there are many like little things like that that if you watch the show closely, you'll maybe appreciate. And yeah, but Janice was supposed to be a character that shows up later. But when I began thinking about the Martini drama with Alec, I said, you know what, let's make her a Martini. And yeah, and I'll keep that like hidden for a lot of episodes. Many of you figure it out, because I said in an episode that Jenny said that her grandfather took her to Venice, and many people were like, Venice, Italy, Martinis, and you started piecing things together. And that's what I love, because at first it wasn't like that, but until you people started figuring out that my show has a lot of hidden content, you started like putting the pieces together, and I love that, because that was my main objective always. Have like a lot of Easter egg hunters in the comment sections looking to piece together the whole story, and that's just great, guys. Okay, so I'll end this video talking a little bit about the Lyosacks movie. I'm planning to make this movie, I don't know if for this year, December or next year. It'll take a lot of time to make, but it'll be more or less like 40 minutes long or more, and it'll be like the conclusion of the show. Maybe I won't reveal that much to you. This will come after I finish the 5 Minutes at Face episodes, and then I release the last episode of the show that is about Ray. And after that I'm gonna begin making this. And you can help me a little bit by buying the new album that I'm making, that is the album about zombies, nerds and other stuff. It has like 20 songs from the show. Many of them have never been released, even in YouTube. And for example, I did this remix about the song of the Angry Video Game Nerd and the Nostalgia Critic. So you can buy this album and you can have this music. and you can also help me produce this movie if you're a huge fan of the show, and yeah, I can give you this in return if you help me. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching. Maybe many of you don't find this type of video entertaining at all, yeah, but I thought many of you would be interested in listening to how I made the show, how everything came to be what it is today. And yeah, thanks a lot to you guys, thanks a lot to the voice actors of the show. I'm really thankful to you guys are the best. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoy what's coming, so see you later.